Hi, welcome to Partido College. I'm RJ Hobe, and I will be your instructor in Physical Education 1. Today, we are going to discuss about the overview of physical education, wherein we are going to define what is physical education, what are the objectives of physical education, and what is the major goal of PE in our lives. Before we proceed to our lesson, let me ask you this question first. What do you think would happen if you do not have the capacity to move? Just like that tree. Will you be able to survive? How? Movement is indispensable to man. We need to move in order to survive. Movement enables us to get the food that we eat, to react to stimuli, and to defend our bodies from perceived threats. With this notion, we need to understand how to properly use our bodies. And this is how physical education will help us. Now, let's define what is physical education. According to Williams in 1977, physical education is the education from the physical. According to West and Butcher in 1999, physical education is an educational process that uses physical activity as means of individuals acquire skills, fitness, knowledge, and attitudes that contribute to their optimal development and well-being. Simply put, physical education is acquiring skills and knowledge through physical activities. Physical education is the earliest education known to man. It is a subject that continues to develop over time. During the primitive societies, physical education was being taught their survival skills. People are being taught how to become hunters and how to tend their household. In ancient Persians, physical education was being taught as a military training. In ancient Egyptians, they are being taught how to swim due to their proximity to the Nile River and to the Mediterranean Sea. The Chinese contributed the Kung Fu, a gymnastics-oriented martial art. The Indians or the Hindus contributed and introduces the yoga. One of the notable contributions of the Greeks to the development of physical education is the conduct of the Olympic Games. Fun fact, the first Olympic Games was conducted at Olympia, Greece in 776 BC. The Romans, on the other hand, teaches physical education for maintenance of the health, especially for the Roman soldiers. During the Middle Age, because of the feudalism, physical education was being taught through horseback riding, wall scaling, and other activities that is related to defending their own castles. And during the modern age, physical education was being part of the school curriculum. And the United States is responsible for introducing different sports activities to school and being integrated in the learning of physical education. Now, what are the objectives of physical education? The first objective is the development of various organ systems. Physical education aims to develop the different organ systems in order for us to move freely. The next objective is making purposeful physical movements with little energy expenditure as possible. We cannot deny the fact that we have very limited energy sources in our body. So by means of studying physical education, we might be able to properly spend the energy that our body has in order for us to make purposeful movement and in order for us to take longer activities without being fatigued, which is the third objective, to recover and resist fatigue. Through physical education, we would be aware of the tips or the things that we should do in order for us to avoid fatigue, or if we're having so, we would be able to recover from it. The major goal of physical education
is fitness? Fitness is defined as the state of being physically fit and healthy. That means you have a sound mind, healthy body, and strong immunity to meet the different challenges in life. Let's proceed to your first activity. The activity 1 is composed of two parts. Part 1, true or false. Tell whether the statement is true or false. Write T if the statement is true and F if the statement is false. Part 2, matching type. The columns below state the countries or civilizations and their notable contribution to the development of physical education. Match column A to column B by writing the letter that corresponds to your answer. Let's apply what you have learned. Nowadays, we're currently having this community quarantine that limits us in engaging to more physical activities as well as disabling us to access to amenities that will help improve our physical well-being. With that being said, how do you think will you learn physical education knowing the fact that PE is more on physical activities? Here's what you are going to do. Write a reflection paper on how will you learn physical education in the midst of this pandemic. Your reflection paper is entitled COVID-19 and Me. How will I learn physical education in the midst of pandemic? Your output should be written in a yellow paper and it shall be expressed in 250 to 500 word characters.